Good morning, folks. It's 9:24 a.m. on, excuse me, a moment, the 8th day, 2nd month, 2023. I'll put a tensor ring on. Center myself for this one. The beams have decided that this will not hit Queensland. And so I'll go right to those. Yeah, the big beams come down here. Right? See this sweat right here? I might be able to do a little stop motion on this. Right. Beams come down from the tropics up here. It's actually moving all this water down into the Carpentaria area and shoving it in, which is going to affect the weather of Catherine Fitzroy Crescent in that part of the Nunt up there, at the Nunt House. And then a beam shoots down, and I'll show it. I'm going to get it over to it. Right here. It's created a V wedge corridor. You've also had a beam come out here. Right on your radar, I seen it. It's going to cause a bit of a drag. What they've done is shove this river of moisture. All the momentum of that's been separated this way will now hem up and come in bands over here and down the coast in various ways. The big beam is pointing straight at the super darn device down in New Zealand. So it is beamed this right here, a corridor, which this will then ride. And this can't go any further than that. This is a dangerous spot for quakes. There's a big interference pattern right here and a big interference pattern right here from EMF beams and reverberations. So I'm raising your earthquake risk to something over a 5. Very well possible as the low comes over to about this position over the next, you'll see, I'm going to show you the timeline in a minute. I want to say it accurately. A lot of beaming going on here, but this here is the beam I've been waiting for. This wedge is pointed this way, so it's actually moving moisture in. This one's moving moisture into the corridor of this that's going to come down. And you'll get everything behind this. All that you get Australia. And all that you get New Zealand. And now I'm going to roll at what they say is going to happen. If this thing parked in place for 3 hours in this spot, that's 12.5 centimeters of rain would fall in there. And the wind speeds of the storm off coast here by this evening have intensified into the high tropical storm. But it's moving cyclonically, so I could call it a cyclone. But by the time it hit New Zealand, it will be right on the edge of tropical cyclone strength. And it's going to smack Auckland head in. There's very fast winds, very dangerous currents and surf out there, buffeting. Don't be out in that storm. All right, watch your boats, how they're tied off in the various marinas along here as this moves down the coast. And it's going to move down the coast very quickly. So I'm going to do the jumping bit. What do you want, wind? Yeah, look at how much rain is packing in this front band. It's got a big, huge front pushing that way. It's not wrapped around in a nice funnel. So it's fully going to be sustained with chem. Even now. I've already got it pulled up. And I'll run what I have. Now you see this as it comes down the corridor that created a blast through here has then shacked moisture in 2 different directions. Don't worry, New Zealand, I get you. And it's steaming. Absolutely steaming. Because right now there was about 2 days have gone by. It's made up to all this distance. When it gets to Burnt Pine Island, I'm expecting a big beam to come out from here, from this spot. See if it'll load. Might not. I got too much things going on. Right. Oh, I numb-nutted. Here we go. Out in this island. Out here, there's a lot of facilities. A lot of antenna masts. They're probably light pole. Right there with the wind sacks. Not too windy. Big square clouds over there. Look at the plume here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 chem bombs there. Open your eyes. There's some fryers out here or on this island, and I'm going to take a really good look at it before this comes there. But I'm expecting a beam to come out. It has to, because this thing's going to take a very drastic course change to the east. And it's the slammer. Watch, you see the turn? To say it's going to run into a wall that's going to give it a wobble. And I imagine this station here has to beam up as well, and so does this one, Pulse, or Newcastle. Newcastle can use its Jorn to easily nudge this. But on Saturday, late at night, your time, she's going to do the wobble. and then she's going to make a beeline. And all the currents is, I told you, it's going to hit you with the curveball, man. If it was it's the googly, man. It hits the ground and it bounces odd. This is, watch, it's right into you, man. It's like it was planned to go right into Auckland. And I know they're swelling the streams ahead of time. And your slips are going to be bad on these roads. The running down into the town here coming about this time. Everybody pretty much get it the same. That makes it worse, actually, when it comes to that side. You really get a pull through here. Yep. Icon Mole just kind of has it going to this side. I say it was going to do the curveball a week ago. All the pressure said so. And so now watch the curveball come in and impact the island of New Zealand. You know, with the dregs of this that's over there today, within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, his impact in the lives of your fellow Anzac fighters that fought for a freedom that is now being denied to them by the geoengineers, the birthright of having clean water, clean trees, and Mother Nature not being controlled by motherfucking corporations, is our birthright that we need to have. We need to demand. And there shouldn't even be a how dare you. Is to give me back what's mine. You took my fork, I'm trying to eat, give me it back. You took my plate, I wasn't finished, give me it back. My ancestors paid for this home with earnings. They built the corporations that are fucking you with this shit. And they fought and died in wars. And now weather wars being used on you. Being used on you. And when I go out here now, today, well, this was earlier this morning, and I roll this, look at the plumes from this storm out here that are headed towards Queensland, Australia. This toxic air over my reef, over these beautiful coral sea islands, has been burnt with sulfurs, with other chemicals, titanium dioxide they say they want to use. They have so many proposed seawaters pumped in the air. And any algae and plankton that goes along with it, I'm sure is not being fully filtered out. Right? You ever run something with a nozzle on it and it keeps clogging? Yeah, you might make that nozzle a little different. But don't be a douche nozzle. Take it from Mr. Douche over here, okay? I might be the douchebag, but don't be the nozzle. Right up the old wazoo, the old butt plug people out there. Look at the chem bombs here off Kent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the flower of death. The Bill Gates logo, well funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Couch Group over at Harvard University in Massachusetts, USA. In case you were wondering, next to MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, which is a sister school. Boy, did they got some equipment there. They can change the world by just stepping through this. We want the sunlight and the vibration to come through of the universe at night. We want the dream of the stars. And that dream about stars doing devilish things on stage and desecrating a top hat with devil horns the way that guy did. And he did everything but just mount something and have a sex act on stage. It was absolutely vile, the morals of what's on television these days. Oh. The Grammy means nothing if that's what it portrays. It's nothing. You tell me you got a Grammy award, I say, so fucking what? So did Gary Glitter. So fucking white. Jimmy Savile Road has got to come to an end. What they're making the shoes out of sometimes is an abomination. Hey, Kemba man, over there, can you spare me a drop of clean air? 'Cause you never have a sky dress without the chem bomb dyes. Look at this shit here. That's not a love letter to you, that's for sure. That's the purple heart for the planet. Here, have another purple heart for what we are about to do. Do not forgive them this time, Father. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. All right, they know what they're doing, and they've been killing the prophets and the messengers for far too long. You know, so we talk about a Saint Brandy Vaughan, Saint Max Spears, Saint Michael Murphy, Saint Billy Hayes, Saint You. Saint You. We got a big task in front of us to accomplish here. And these man-made storms have got to cease. Look at the blight they're bringing. How many days ago did I first tell you New Zealand was going to get smacked? 6 or 7 days? 8 days? They've known about this. 4 days later, here it comes. That's where I go beyond what Wendy tells you. And I say, hey, man, I see a situation. Because I watched this. I watched this like a hawk. This is your tell. This is your movement of the big rivers. They like to use that word. They've been calling them rivers of moisture before it was cool. And then they twist some of my terms. Weather bomb after I've been calling them chem bombs for years. Yeah. Look where all the water in the world is. Look where the heaviest bands. It's all here. Right between 1, 2, 3 squares here. If that was down a little lower, we just moved that up. You get 1, 2, 3 squares with nearly half the moisture in the entire world if it rained down all at once, right here over the top of you. And about 1/8 of the moisture in the entire world is now being sent at Auckland, New Zealand, as an estimation from looking at precipitable moisture around the world. And I can also see what's being done over here. This is important when you steal from the Congo. So the best way for me to show you this is to switch. What's your rice? It's going to flash. All right, the best way to see that is here. Is you come over to South America and get Africa in the center. And watch what they steal from the Congo, Nigeria, and all this down here. Right, here's where you get their silicas in your dust to spray out for storms. Here's where they steal water. So they steal water from the Congo, and then they're not allowed to pump from some places, get it in the sky, bring it into the Amazon, where they can either rain it down and wick it back up through various methods, pressure changes, and luminous salts and various other things in the atmosphere that can be proven through what the fallout does. Right? Aluminum should never be found in a free state in soil or the air. It has to be processed from alumina-rich minerals. Processed. Alcoa aluminum has a very vested interest. Big beam went up through there. See it right here. Point right at you, Houston. Right fucking at you. Bzz. Houston is the problem. Now they sent some of the moisture back over to Oz to meet a tendril coming out from here. But this is now being hemmed up. And it looks like they're going to do a push into the Atlantic again. I mean the Pacific over here. When they do that, you'll get a bunch of quakes along this line. And a big, huge of water comes out. And that's how they'll restock the river. And it takes about 8 days, depending on what Hawaii does. Right? Hawaii plays a big role in this. And so you'd have to then go back over to the other domain, your global, put it back in the center, and go look at what is Hawaii doing. How's it cutting the river with Pearl Harbor's devices, where the SBX is well known to be berthed. You can see a beam shooting out right there. See it? Bzz, bzz, bzz. And they supply the cut in the river a lot. They could beam here, it just back it up enough where it just hems it up, creates that gap. They could pulse it from here and actually move it down below the equator. In other words, take water and keep it below the trans-equatorial boundary, which takes pulses and strange movements, which we've just seen all year long by just putting dams up over here of EMF heated outflows. Right? It runs into it and down it goes. When a current going around a circle in a racetrack hits the wall, it doesn't always disintegrate, does it? You can actually make passes up there in the marbles. Yeah, I used to watch Dale Earnhardt do it. All the good ones did. Well, he'd pepper you if you was standing in the turn when they did it. 3 wide. When you hear that, your heart is going, yeah, here they come. They're coming down the straightaway. They're 3-way. The fourth guy pokes his nose down below the yellow line. And you notice this is going to go. This is going to be exciting. You ever feel a wreck right in front of you on a wall? It goes right through your body. The energy of it is fantastic. Just dispersed. And the energy of this has to be dispersed when it meets these EMF walls. And right now, they're full on up here, just pushing down. Look at the flat. You got to learn how to read these. And how Venturi effects of flow work, where suctions occur by moving air this way or that way on the top or the bottom, like old carbureted engines do. Carburetors principles are very important in figuring out how flows occur through islands. And they're used a lot. A group here and a group here. And this group here, the Philippines, is a big. There's where Philippines decides where it goes, either north here, south there, or let it rise straight over into the Thai Peninsula, which they flood quite regularly on command. You see the pulsation right here? Watch, boom, boom. Watch, boom, boom. That way, then that way. shoving it up. So they're doing a push into the tropical zone down here. So expect a big blast to come out with a 2-day separation. So then they can blast those together, stall that, bring it together, and Pearl will aim it. Currently, everything's aiming down into this direction like a conveyor. So right back to here. So that was what's going to happen to you guys, right? It's not looking very good. You're going to have a lot of tidal problems. So you're looking at landfall hitting you. In New Zealand, it'll be the 14th. My time is pretty much UTC or GMT1. You know, Greenwich Mean Time itself. It is a very mean time to them to do this to New Zealand. And when it's leaving the island, right about here, here's where I'm going to your earthquake risk is about its highest. Between those hours right there. Yeah, watch what they've done to how the islands moved. And there's still a lot of pressure pushing here. And then that's going to drop first. Boom. So you got a lot of leverage on this fault here. Hey, so some bad looking beams and stuff going near Kaikoura, so I'm a bit concerned at them re-triggering that fault line around there. I'm always concerned for the Bay areas here just because of what they just did. Yeah, and its connection to the Chromatic Trench is huge. Yeah, so your time here will be about dinner time. Middle of the afternoon, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, Charlie. Well, if you're a 12-hour difference, then it would be 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It just depends on the time zone. I can't remember exactly. Right back to the National Loopy, shooting one stole out to sea here. Bzz, bzz. And I haven't updated the time on this yet, so I'm going to do that now. And it's gone. Nope. You know, it's still creating that corridor. Got a flatted edge one here. Bzz. This one's frying in a pulse out here. You see the circle? Alice, you got a corridor here and here. Glitch, 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 glitch. Creating an offlow here that'll hold that in through here. That's easier to see here. Hello. Back, guys. Alright, the glitch corridor for today's weather is just the same as it was this morning when I talked to you very early. Oh, I see why I'm getting a leg cramp. That's how I'm sitting. There's cold air coming through here somewhere. It was like 4 below earlier this morning. Big, bad wolf right here is between the two glitches. Right here and here. McKinley and them. It's very bombastically created. And of course you'll ask me why I say that. Look at the beams in here. Bzzz, got a square down low and a wedge up high. Coming right through here. See, it comes right through this pass right here. You ain't hiding it. They didn't hide it. No. What does the National Loopy say? Show me the go. What we got? 360. And the 512. Nah, it's just showing the wedgie line. Just a little bit to the side I forgot to remove. See it? In the glitch over here. See it? Bzzzt. Long reach. It creates these predictable corridors, and this one here is blasting. Let's go up at an angle. Oh, fuck this. I'm going to go right to it. I saw one that was obvious. Is this one here. That ought to get it in there. Bzzzt. Bzzzt. See the straight line going across? Creates a corridor. Now that could sneak through that way. Spread into the, more into the coastline areas. Along the road they want. Along the road they want. They want your house. They want it all. They want it now. They want the world. Agenda 2030. They want the whole world. Fourth industrial evolution. They want to wrap it all out of your pocket. It's time to say fuck it. Say fuck it to them now. They bomb the world. They bomb the whole world. You're a bad nut. Bunch of Veruca salts. It's time to bazooka that Veruca. Isn't that the commercial? For some foot fungus created ass shit that they sell you to cure for later that's very painful and keeps an army from marching by attacking their feet, but they would never use that as a war move. Fungus as a weapon, and go. Ho Chi Minh Trail, and Operation Popeye, geoengineering and fungal feet, and go. What did the soldiers bring back from Vietnam into the shower rooms of the hotels of America? Super tall foot fungus. Ho Chi Minh Trail shit. You think they didn't deploy some funkatized shit on us? Funkatized eyes? Yeah, look at that chem bombs here, cans. Chem bomb can. They opened a can of chem bomb over cans here. Look, boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes, no, 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 no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Boom, 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 boom. Chem bomb to air. Here and over there. I feel it's not inviting. And then they deployed a toxic mist. Doo 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 boom. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no. No. We must say no, 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 no more of this shit. It cannot go on. A dangerous cell of stuff going through there. Will we see anything? Do we have the swollen streams? This one very, very often does this. She's up, hey, get rid of the firewood up there. That's free firewood. Those are strainers are putting stress on the bridge. Fix it. That looks like one of them temporary ones. Ain't showing you too much. Nothing to see here. Yep. Yeah, it looks like a bit like the highway to the danger zone, that one. What do we got going on here? Alright, it's handled. That big strainers right here. You're going to have to get some loader down there. Pick that shit up. It's going to cause problems. You're going to have problems there. Or is that something on the shore they've already put there? Yeah, it's on the shore. But there's free firewood. Free firewood. Come on, free firewood. Don't be cutting down a live tree. There's some right there for you to have. Have it. Use it. Don't burn it inside where the smoke going to get on you. That's just probably so full of toxic metals from the fallout of the chem bombs. It's making things very flammable very differently these days in your wildfires, isn't it? Nothing to see there, though, folks. Don't be discussing that part of things. Hey, Ingham, how's your creek? You should be okay. Yeah, she's high, but she's there. The road's still there. It's good to see. There's a couple places I've been wanting to look at. Bzzzt. You're getting aerial again? Aerial. Or should we go aerials? Is that song about a hybrid, isn't it? A hybrid alien child. In the skies. When they chem bomb things. They're getting their fucking way. Look at that five-way there. Boom, 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 boom. Making a storm. Right over the top of people. How's your lightning tonight, folks? Type me a reply. I'll go look in a moment. Show the lightning. Get this thunder. Lightning. They drop a bill and you bend over their side. Yeah, look at this shit. Yeah, that's a bad storm being brewed up there. And one was a really bad line there. Mount Isa right here. It's a boost line. And wherever it goes, trouble follows. So you will have a tornadic evening. Light show. I want to see the color of the lightning, so film me the cloud tops if you get a look at them. Hold your camera steady. Hold it against the glass if you're inside. And if there's a big windy storm, don't be standing in front of the fucking glass either, numbnut. Why? Because the Darwin Award is not just won by people in Darwin, okay? Matter of fact, less people in Darwin win it statistically than the rest of the world. It is the scrotums here and a hell of a line of electrics is tendriling right through this corridor right here where Julia Creek meets. Hey, Julia, you got a creek named after you. And you got Nelia, Richmond. So they're going to hit this road tonight. Yep. Hydrographer's passage. What is it? That's a strange word. Hydrographer. Graphing water. Using what? Sonic? Is that a spot where they torture animals with sonic blasts? I'm very curious what... Hydrographer's passage. How does it get its name? Water prediction. Snow forecasting. Hydrographic. Hang on a minute. Let's just go right for the definition. Assange. Fuck Assange. You ain't figured that's a psyop yet? And he ain't one of the Brisbane 7 MK Ultra Monarch kids? You're beyond my reach. Ass. It briefly said ass. The hydrographic S. The science that measures and describes the physical features of bodies of water and the land areas adjacent to those bodies of water, surveying with multi-beam echo sounders is the primary, so they do torture animals. That is for pipelines. Okay, I just needed to know. Now you know. So let me see some of them. Good morning, Alan, and good morning, Tanya and Becky B, and good morning, Terry in New Zealand. My heart goes definitely out to you folks today. This is what I see only when I look here. Everything else, all I see is this. I see a crime scene when I come back here. Absolute crime scene. So that's going to be great news for the coast of Australia. Both of these storms are fucking off. But something new is coming this direction and that direction. So what are we going to do? We're going to be vigilant and we're going to keep an eye on it. Some thunder boomers around about Mackay being boomed up now. You got a quarter of enjoy some fun coming on through here. And I suggest you do. You got a big cell coming through Tamworth, Manila. And watch out for this tendril here. She's definitely turning. See it there snapping back. Let's see if we can pick the rhythm up. I actually need 6 hours, usually a day, to figure it out. Then I'll know the pulse and where it's going to hit and when. Whoa. That was a big jumper, huh? Slow down. It moved too fast. What is this? Uvula. Hey, uvula. That's your wobbler, isn't it? Hey, wobbler. And now the Nellis warbler. Yeah. That would have been funny. And now we will do bird farts. Crickets fart, you know. And if there's billions and billions and trillions of crickets in the planet, and there's only a billion cows, what's farting more? The bug-based diet or the good steak diet, where you also get some good healthy milk and Bessie out back to pet as a pet. Not everything's for eating. As one camp hits the other, the next one moves. I just stall there until I catch up with you. It seemed unlikely. That's a spinner, man. That is a very dangerous cell. It's all right. Boom, 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 boom. And that bomb went to there and that one moved. It's a strange thing. Did they hold the time back? That was a very strange thing. Storm just sat there until the chem bomb hit it. Like, nothing's happening. It's just sitting there. And I'm seeing data changing, going, but these are not moving. So something's leaving data out, obviously. There's no way that storm just sit there, do nothing. You know, just sit there, pausing until the chem bomb hits it. Hi, now you can go. Draws the penis and it pisses it down. What the fuck just happened there? Damn word. I gotta remember where it is. Here we go. What have they done to Tamworth? Here's the area in question. Where are the clouds moving? Right, I need to know this. And sadly, I'm going to have to refresh. This data's too old. I can get 3 hours more data. I'm going to have it. Whoa. Here's what it looks like. Day, night. I don't like it. I just want to see the clouds. See through the lies. All right, back to you. Oh gosh, I needed that drink. Boom! Big percussion wave coming out there. Oh no, it's a lot of different bombs. Boom, 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 boom. Don't mind that flasher. It's just the rest of the radar loading. I'm doing a determining. Alright, Tamworth. Right here. Where that percussion ring is going out right now. So that's going to clear up. I'm going to go back here a moment. I'll have another look at this area. So they say the clouds paused. And they say bullshit. They say you hide in the chem bombs and you're hiding some beams. And to leave them off the radar feed is what you had to do that. Right, I want set viewer. So here's Tamworth. Was Tamworth chem bombed? There's no doubt in my mind. Right, over here. I'm going to go forward 10 minutes from this moment. First we have the Q bomb. Right, because it's pointed right at it. Are they playing Battle Zone? Asteroids, where you had the thing, you turn it, pew, 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 pew. Pew, this would stink. There's definitely a chem bomb deployment there. You know, left turn at Albuquerque, somebody took the right turn. This must be Albuquerque right here, the center of deployment. Now it's in a star formation. Hi, have a starship in your sky with a big line pointing out to where the next bomb is deployed towards. And then now it's done into 4 of them. And now it's deployed. You have a firework platform. Maybe there's a Biden balloon floating around up there. Scope X that shit. Do some homework. Into the Lotus blast him. That's not such a healthy revelation to see right there. And it is not inducing much zen in me. Into the pretzel, the testicles. This is chem bomb deployments all over the top that's making this storm right here, right now, over the top of you. And they're definitely high data as the clouds were moving. And there's your curve being made right here as it moves toward the coast and will influence your weather tonight. Definite a chem bomb deployment. My voice is starting to run out. Tonight, Canberra campers will be on the watch. You do have some action coming your way, and your campfire hours. So I'm going to go through that now. All right, I don't think you need. So I'm going to go in a little closer here. I'll show you the whole corner. Tazzy, I'll see if I can get you in there. I've already done New Zealand. So I'm going to run the corner. I'll let you guys see. Right, as you go through the evening tonight, you had a big cell that was blown up down near the border I show on the chem bombs and stuff. It's coming your way. I'm going to show you a gas attack on the peaceful protesters heading down to a well-known and advertised freedom rally, which is the full absolute rights of every citizen on the planet is to have a rally in front of their houses of governance where if they no longer feel they can access them for influence any other way, to hear their points of view. Whether it's save the whales or save us from the whales. You know, the big whales, the big rollers in the gamblers who are gambling on the profits of this program. They hit you when you was asleep last night. Said it's going to make things a bit damp. Anybody heading down there, bring some extra camping supplies for my folks down by the river there who have never given up in between and blow the bugle every morning. You're my heroes, you know. And for you, I'll give the forecast every day. That's right. So you do get some weekend fuckery going on, and you got some couple days of it. I doubt it's going to be clear, as they have a habit of chem bombing your rallies. But when it's their days home, I'm more worried about. Sunday and Monday. Your safest routes out are going to be in this direction. This Coast Road is an absolute target on Monday. They're hitting it during rush hours and such. It's very predictable timings of these storms. And it's the amount of time it would take you to drive up there. It's like it's following you up the coast. The times of these arrivals is straight on up. It's like they're going for that Queensland truck people, and I don't like that. So, Becky B, if you're watching this and stuff, get the word to Luke, because he's been busy driving. I don't put it past Robert Deutsch to get himself a quick fucking visa and fly to Canberra, since everybody else seems to be in Mexico these days. Somebody got to stand there. And a lot of you are. Very proud of you, my Melbourne mob. Very proud of the Canberra mob. Take a lot of little bits. So, right as we get through Friday, you have a very bad storm sitting off your coast. I don't see any chance in hell of it coming ashore. But conditions could change at any time. It's going to be dictated by these radars over here, and this is going to be a rager. Look at the wind speeds, and this one is actually will be tropical cyclone strength. It'll be measurable in some spot. It is absolutely will. Add the forward motion of the storm to it. If it's moving this direction, it's really bad for this site. See? I can also do a little bit of judgment on forward motion. the pinch point right here where the vortex turns in. You could tell where it takes the turn. It's usually done with bombs, like they do with the other one. So we'll be watching that very closely. And I said I wanted to show you. Well, I don't want to show you. I'm going to show you at a bomb in Canberra today, and the plumes that are headed your way tonight. And they did. They chemically attacked my mob. Yeah. This is sacred lands that you should even ask permission to be on from the land itself and the holders of the land, which is the earth. And this has just been desecrating it. You know where you are, right? Canberra is right over here. Alright, right there. And it released some plumes that are going to fall out on you. It really fizzed out, so I'm going to go back. See these plumes? They just blowed a big blast of shit right over the top. But your sunset was a purplish green when I see vapors like that. And another bomb explosion right here, and here. Some more bombs in a line here going over the mountains. See? I'll do it start to finish. See the V in the bombs, see the tendrilizings headed toward the big city centers. Chem bomb there. Chem bomb there for Canberra. Boom! Do you see that one down the low deck? You're barely showing up. One with the tendrils coming off in that direction. It's got a triangle shape in the center for the charge. And it just zooms and then dissipates right over the top of it. So right now that chem is directly over the top of that hole on the low deck. Have a storm. As I look toward the toxic sidnaciousness over in the gong show here. The vag points toward the entrance. Boom. Look at that shit over the mountains. Over the beautiful trees. Dissing their ease, man. It's dissing their ease. Stop dissing the trees, please. Stop frickin' the Pelican Forest. Stop poisoning the aquifers. Stop doing things to the planet that just benefit 1% of one species. It's just that turns them into a feces species. And while my sky is looking like feces, I refuse to be defeated. And while you've seen what's coming, you've seen this show. What you gonna do? 'Cause they've come for you. Big love. Peace.